Good evening, everybody. Welcome Sunday evening with us here for Race 3 of Season 1 of the ORL Division 1 F1 season. And we're back at Hanoi after yesterday's fun and hectic F2 runs. This is looking like it's going to be a fantastic session. The boys are already ready. We are down one driver this weekend, but that doesn't matter. We still have a grid of 19. Joining me in the commentary box as per is Silly. Good evening, Silly.
Good evening, Vietnam.
How are we doing?
I am hyped. I'm ready for this race. This is going to be unbelievable.
It's going to be a good one. We should be getting started any minute now. So before we do, courtesy of Chaz, we have a couple of little slides that we can jump into. First of all, we'll go through the driver standings going into today's race. And as you can see, Nexus on top with 44 points. Closely followed by Octopus on 43 points and Goblin on 30 points. It's looking kind of tight up at the top. Scotty on 24 in 4th and Weasel with 11 points in 5th. And then it kind of just, it petters out a little bit. There are some guys we expect with some more points. Venom, Fade, etc. are a bit further down. But quickly, we're going to go into the team standings. Haas on 44 points, AlphaTauri right behind them on 43 points, McLaren and Red Bull joint third with 30 points. It's looking like it's going to be a tight competition.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. The top 4 drivers there in the first 2 races are finishing in exactly the same positions near enough. Obviously, Nexus and Octopus swapping positions in between race 1 and 2. But this is boding well for the season. Hopefully, we can get a few more drivers to get some more points here and actually finish some races. #Blaine, and challenge these guys.
Yeah, we can hope so. Holy Games in the chat with Easy, our first subscriber to the channel as well. Thanks very much, Holy. We appreciate every bit of support as we're just waiting to go to the pit lane to start short qualifying.
Indeed, if you're viewing today for the first time, we've literally hit affiliates on last night's stream. So if you want to chuck us a subscription, that'll be absolutely amazing. We're looking forward to the shenanigans of the Hanoi circuit today.
Yeah, and shenanigans it will be, all pending on the weather. We're just about to drop in now. It's just loading into the pit lane. Let's see if we're going to have a wet or dry qualifying session and then obviously going into a race session. It is looking dry in pit lane right now, Silly.
Oh, it is indeed. The blue skies are there. I'm going to drop into the Mercedes garage quickly and find out the forecast for the whole race.
Yeah, let us know how we're going to be going. It's quiet at the moment. We have 18 minutes of qualifying and nobody is here. Gags, yep, very nice. Thanks Chazza for the presentation on the tables. He's done a damn good job and he did it last minute as well, so kudos to him. One of the Ferraris going out, one of the Hayes boys. I believe this one is Little Hayes out front. The Big Hayes should be number 95, followed by Simpans in the Racing Point. On board with Blandy as he's leaving the pits right behind one of the Renaults. Oh, it's a bit busy in the pit lane as we're getting started this evening.
I've just spoke to the Mercedes boys there. The race is dry.
So we have a dry weekend.
We do indeed.
It's a bit of a shame, but it's going to be action-packed nonetheless because this is a very tight, twisty and technical circuit with zero runoff, really. Very dusty circuit to get started. Like, everyone's literally almost went out here. That was a very busy pit lane.
It is indeed, yeah. Everyone's pretty much out on an outlap now. We've got Chazza and Blaine still sitting in the pits, holding their cards very close to their chests there. Stadium is out on an outlap. Scott is also staying in the pits.
Yep. Blaine's just headed out the pit lane right now.
Octopus has just left the pit lane as I'm speaking to you now. So we're looking at Octopus, Nexus, Goblin and Scott. They are the current top 4 in the Drivers' Championship. Can they continue their current form into this circuit?
Yeah, well, let's see. It's it's tight. It's really tight at the top of the table, and we're only into our 3rd race. This is going to be the make or break one. Qualifying is going to mean everything at this circuit. Apart from the long back straight, there isn't really much in the way of overtaking spots here. As I said, it's you dink a wall and that could ruin your race. I am expecting safety cars this evening, Silly. I really am.
Yeah, we expected this yesterday as well with a lot of safety cars, but correct me if I'm wrong, we had one VSC and that was it for the entire feature race?
Yeah, that was right. We only had the VSC in the feature race. The sprint race was a bit more chaotic with obviously the rain. What a difference that makes when it's almost like these drivers have never seen wet weather before. But
Well,
it was
nobody
hilarious.
nobody likes to get moist while driving a car.
No, not at these speeds, as most of the drivers are now getting their fast laps underway. Scott is the only one still in the pits at the moment. There's now going to be a mix of slower drivers on their out laps as well as faster drivers on their hot laps, so this could get quite tasty going around. Fade's also in the pits at the moment as well. I'm just wondering if he just came in for a banker lap, so he'll be obviously wanting to go out into the softs.
Gags06 has just said into the chat there, very nice presentation. The standings tables look really good, so well done Chazza there. And Original Links, can't wait for the big Betty Blaine to DNF again.
Caparaz has had a massive one and he's lost his front left wheel. He is out of the session. We have just caught that. Ouch.
Oh, what a shame.
So the drivers are going to have to be careful coming through here. I believe this is going into sector 2, but yeah, that is not the start that Caparaz wanted.
It's not indeed, yeah. It's very unlucky there. I mean, this is what this circuit gives you. It's the walls are so tight. You make one small mistake and you are done.
Exactly that. With Original Links in chat, can't wait for the Big Belly Blaine. Big Belly Blaine, I like that. We'll call him that afterwards, I think. To DNF again. And Beth Jones, support for the Ferrari boys. Hopefully no crashes this time. Well, fingers crossed, Beth. We know what the boys are like. Saying that, King of Kart, currently provisional pole with a 135.7 ahead of Alexander with a 136 and Simpan's on a 138.
Absolutely massive time there by Big King of Kart. 135.1. That's brilliant on his first lap of the field.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, that was Nexus 135.1. King of Kart 135.7.
Yep. Weasel with a 136.3. Hayes, Big Hayes with a 136.6. Venom with 137.4. Mariachi with a 138. The times are kind of flooding in at the moment. Welsh with a 139.1. Blandy with a 140. Slowest of the outrunners so far. We're on board with Chazza at the moment.
Alexander, 136.4. He's on the medium tyres along with Bert the Shirt. Seems like a bit of a strategy here by the Renault boys. A 136.9 for Bert. They're both on the medium tyres. Are they going to try and make a medium hard soft strategy work here?
There's a high possibility of that as Chazza goes in. He's obviously just done a banker lap on the mediums and will go out on the softs. I'm expecting maybe some of these guys to, if they want to be smart about it, is to go out in twos and, one ahead of the other one and use that back straight for a bit of slipstreaming. Because the amount of time that could be gained down that part of the circuit would, it could make a break of how many places you can gain at that point.
Yeah, the tow's huge, but also the strategy's huge. I spent about half an hour earlier prior to the pre-race meeting with the Mercedes boys, and we were talking a lot about strategy. And if you can make a one-stop work, you're going to save yourself at least 30 to 60 seconds in the race, which doesn't sound a lot, but over the whole race, it's going to be a massive time.
Absolutely agree. We have lost El Mariachi from the session as well. It looks like he's gone off somewhere in circuit. We can't see exactly where, but he's gone somewhere. As we see Nexus coming into the pits. King of Kart is already in the pits. Weasel doing his lap into the pits. So they've kind of had that first run. Everyone will be coming back in. Chazza yet to set a lap. Fade yet to set a lap. And Scott as well, yet to set a lap.
Yeah, I imagine Chazza is probably waiting for the track to grip up a little bit more before he goes out and does a proper lap, give himself the best possible qualifying position. Yeah. Surprised the Nexus has gone out and done 2 laps on those soft tyres. Oh, as we see Scott with a 134.964. That's an unbelievable lap on those soft tyres.
Fantastic lap from Scott. Yeah, this new wheel setup that he's got, it seems to be doing him a lot of favours. We did a few open lobbies with him last night, and by God, is he quick.
He is indeed, yeah. He's getting better and better. 2 4th place finishes in the first 2 races. Can he improve on that this weekend?
Yeah, I believe The other Red Bull driver, Venom, is also on a new setup. I think he was having some technical difficulties this morning with his wheel, but he's managed to procure himself another one. He did say he's got a G29 ordered that should be arriving midweek. So he's
Friday, I believe.
Friday, yeah. Friday, all right. But yeah, he's running a bit of a mixed setup that he's not used to it. Could you please display the tyre compounds used alongside the times, please? Yes, absolutely, of course. Let's get the... There's tyre compounds used alongside the times. There you go.
Yeah, Venom, he's not had the best of luck as Nexus sets the fastest lap of a 1:34.486.
And he's done that on 3 lap old softs.
He has indeed, yes. There's a lot more time out there to be gained on this circuit as it currently stands.
Fade has just done a 1:34.6 on brand new set of softs. We've got Tiddledon with Simpan's Go on the chat. I hope that's the tyre kind of gauge you were looking for, Gags. We're just going to go with their current best lap for the tyres instead of the fitted. Scott in the pits, he's going to go back in after his fast lap. King of Kart is back out at the moment. It's all go, it's all go. Chaz is still yet to go out. I think he's waiting right to the end to get on the softs.
He is indeed, yeah. I'm not a fan of Nexus's strategy here. 3 laps, he set that fastest time on 3 lap old soft tyres. These tyres are only going to last about 9 laps. That means he's going to be boxing a lot earlier than everybody else. Octopus has set a time of 1:36.1 on 3 lap old medium tyres. There's a couple of second difference there, but possibly the strategy's better from Octopus there.
Yeah, I mean, it might be he may just want to start on those mediums, go for the long run, as you said, and then switch to softs for a fast run, because, you know, obviously the fastest lap, there's an extra point in there, and with how tight the top of the table is, say that again in a fast action, that might be the point he needs to take the lead of this championship.
Yeah, and bear in mind that this circuit isn't a great overtaking circuit. You've got 2 long straights where you can get some DRS and use your ERS to be able to overtake somebody, but if the person in front is using their ERS and managing it correctly, you know, it's going to be very difficult to pass on this circuit. So track position is going to be a massive thing, and tyre strategy is also going to be absolutely huge in this race. I think the optimal strategy here is a medium to hard. Obviously, we don't know about the safety cars, but a medium to hard with no safety cars would be the optimum strategy in my opinion.
Absolutely agree with you as well. This is a very abrasive track. It doesn't look like they're going to be squirming much, but these cars slide a lot through the corners here. Very slow corners. Alex gets really close to the barriers there on his hot lap on the softs. But yeah, these cars will slide around this track a lot. It is very abrasive, so the tyre wear is pretty damn high here. So they're going to have to be managing a lot.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be able to make a soft to medium strategy work here. Like you said, the track is too abrasive. So it's going to have to be, I mean, maybe a soft to hard for Nexus, unless he goes out and sets the fastest lap on a new set of tyres. But a hard tyre for 75-80% of the race, that's going to lose him a lot of time.
Yeah, exactly that. Simpans has just jumped up to 6 with a 1:36.035 on a set of softs. So a damn good lap there from Simpans. He has got some followers in the chat this evening, has good old Simpans, so he won't be wanting to let anybody down today. Venom, do you think he's now going to go out on a set of softs, is he? Yeah, he's gone out for a set of softs. We are still following on board with Alex, who is currently 3/10 up on his medium time on a set of softs.
Yeah, a guy with a lot of potential. He's been showing it in the last couple of races. We just need him to follow through and not make so many mistakes in the race.
Yeah, exactly that. He came into the series a race late, I believe. He arrived in Bahrain, and he did himself a pretty damn good shot there. As he goes 8th with a 1:36.1, but has just been dropped down to 9th. As Goblin has gone 2nd with a 1:34.5, so a 1/10 of a second behind Nexus. Not a rapid lap there from Goblin.
That's a beautiful time on 1 lap old soft tyres. That's put him in optimal strategy for the race if it stays as it is. The Ferrari boys, Big Hayes, a 136.2 on 3-lap old soft tyres. He really needs to pull something out of the bag here. King of Karts, Little Hayes, 135.4. That's a decent time. That is a decent time, but still a lot more to find.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you there. There is more time to be found. These guys, if they're going to go for one last flying laps, we're looking at kind of Chaza, Blandy. Blandy is on an outlap. Welshie especially, if they're wanting to go faster on a set of softs, they're going to have to start coming out in the next minute, or they're going to be running out of time to get this done, because we are down to 5 minutes now of qualifying before we kick off tonight's proceedings with the main race.
Yeah, they'll need to come out of the pits with about 3 minutes to go to be able to get a nice cool down lap before their hot lap.
Exactly that. We're just following Veitnam on board with Veitnam right now as he goes through Sector 2, hoping to obviously improve on his current 13th place time of a 1:36.8. So we'll just kind of follow him about. We also have Octopus. He's out on a lap at the moment. Well, he's on his out lap. I'm pretty sure he's going to be on a set of softs.
We've just got Goblin coming into the pits now to stick on a new set of tyres, I would imagine, to go back out again and go for that pole position.
So, we have Holy Games who's saying Chaza to win tonight. That's a pretty bold bet, because in the fact he's still in the pits yet to set a time. He likes to leave it late, does Chaza, though, doesn't he? He doesn't like to show his hand straight away.
Well, obviously, as team principal of the Mercedes team, I can't divulge all the information that we've discussed prior to this session, but I believe he's playing it perfectly.
Veitnam has dived into the pits, abandoned his fast lap with 3 minutes 45 left to go. That is a risky strategy.
He's got enough time to get a new set of wheels on and come out. As I'm watching Faye just slightly corner cutting turn 2 there. I'm watching the sector times at the moment. We'll see if he's up or down as he goes into sector 2 here.
Just on board with Octopus. He had a nice slide through that. He was totally doing a Bottas drift down the bottom hairpin there. It was kind of beautiful to see with that Haas car. But he's looking to challenge.
Fade has backed out of his lap. He was 6 tenths down in sector 1. It looks like he's now calling it down to perhaps go for another fast lap after he crosses the line here. Yeah,
definitely looks like a Bert the Shirt. We haven't really mentioned him much this evening already, but a 1:34.9 to place him up in 4th. He goes ahead of Scott and King of Kart. Blaine with a 1:35.4, sitting in 7th. As we're on board with Octopus there, going around that tight sector 3. Did notice there was a stray wheel just sitting there, so kind of wondering if that was part of Mariachi's, because Caparaz's was still kind of part of his car.
Yeah, the stewards have given up today by the look of it.
Yeah, they've just done, go with it. And Octopus, top of the leaderboard with a 1:34.472. There is literally nothing in it between him and Nexus. Fantastic lap there from Octopus.
Yeah, only done 1 lap on those tyres. He looks perfect to start the race on those tyres. He's going to come into the pits now, I'd imagine, and save those tyres for the race.
We've got chat here from Crafty Witch. Might be worth looking into setting up predictions if that's a feature released to everybody now. Then people can bet on who's going to place with their channel points. I'll definitely look into that.
Yeah, that's a very good option, Crafty. Thank you very much for giving us that idea.
Definitely worth a look at. And Jish, we're just going to take part of your comment there. Blaine's biggest fan, yes, and the other part we'll just leave in the chat, shall we?
We should indeed, yeah, but we're in race 3 now. Blaine hasn't finished a single race so far. He likes to hug the walls and kiss them, so hopefully he doesn't kiss them as much as he does his dad.
Stadium has retired from the race. He is given up at 1 minute to go. He's set his time of a 10th place, 1:35.8. Well, she is currently going round at the moment.
Yeah, Stadium is retired. He's currently in 10th place on 2-lap old soft tyres. That's not a great strategy going forward.
Yeah, he did park it up in the pits though, so he got there and he obviously thought he's not going to have time to go out for another run, so he just called it that there. So we're on board with Welshie. He'll be wanting to improve out of 18th place right now. Chaza has done one lap on the mediums, 15th place with a 1:37.1.
Yeah, we've only got 3 drivers on the medium tyres currently. We've got Venom. Welshie goes into 14th place at 1:36.5.
King of Kart, 1:34.465. Provisional pole position from King of Kart, Little Hayes.
Little Hayes, what are you doing?
He's not supposed to be there. Fantastic lap from Little Hayes.
Oh, and Fade,
Oh.
1:34.036.
And it's on. It is on at the moment. As we're on board with Big
Little Hayes, give yourself a round of applause. That's an absolutely unbelievable time by him there. Give him all the credit that's due. But Fade, who's been Mr. Inconsistent in the races, has gone and slapped in a time that I don't think will be beaten, as Goblin goes second with a 1:34.3.
It's beautiful to see the Ferrari boys going side by side coming to the end of their session there. Big Hayes will not be improving on 13th or 1:36.2. I think he'll be a bit disappointed with that. But yeah, Nexus in 5th.
King of Kart's going to be absolutely over the moon. He's probably shouting through the walls, and his big brother, Big Hayes, is going to be just as happy as Little Hayes is. A 3rd place, a qualifying position in Hanoi. Unbelievable.
That's exactly it.
We now only have one person that's qualified on the medium tyre, and that is Chaza, starting in 16th place. But arguably the better strategy, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's exactly that. And here's the big question, being the Mercedes team principal. Both your guys are outside the top 10 for qualifying here at Hanoi. How do you feel about that one?
I don't see it as being an issue. I personally believe that there's going to be a lot of safety cars in this race. And the optimal strategy is going to help more than hinder you if you decide to go for a 3-stop or a 2-stop. You're going to lose a lot of time, and a medium hard strategy I think is going to work best.
Yep, I think you're absolutely right there as the Ferrari boys now queue up. Tiddlidden, sorry about that. Show Simpaz cam, please.
To say.
It's definitely not. Simpaz, basically as soon as I went to him, he was just reversing into the pits. So our top 10 for the Hanoi Grand Prix then. Fade with a 1:34.0, Goblin a 1:34.3, King of Kart a 1:34.4, well let's go 1:34.465, Octopus a 1:34.472, Nexus a 1:34.486, Scott with a 1:34.731, Alexander a 1:34.805, Bert the Shirt with a 1:34.921, Weasel with a 1:35.271, and Simpan's running out the top 10 with a 1:35.350. So
from 3rd to 8th, separated by half a second. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute blinder of a Grand Prix. Even in the dry conditions, I think it's going to be a right close one. And there's just the view that we'll see of the gap as well. Fade with 0.3 of a second ahead of Goblin, who's a 10th of a second up on King and Kart. It's really tight qualifying there.
Amazing driving by all the drivers there. Some people are out of position. I would think Nexus has probably got more to show, but probably didn't want to ruin any more sets of tyres than he already did. He's obviously made a couple of mistakes there. Octopus in 4th as well. I see these boys getting quite high up there after the race is finished. But
yeah, probably a bit more disappointing for Chazo there down in 16th. El Mariachi and Caparaz having accidents on the track, which is kind of, it's going to put them at the back of the grid for the race.
Chaza, the only person to qualify on the medium set of tyres, though. So
yeah,
he's probably got a lot more speed in himself.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a bit of a waste if you ask me, because, starting outside the top 10, you would have had a tyre selection anyway, so it queries me why he didn't do a run on the softs, but only Chaz will know the answer to that one.
Well, if he did qualify on the softs, then he would be inside the top 10, in my opinion. So he's probably done that on purpose.
Yeah, maybe he's hoping for a bit of action up ahead, maybe a safety car kind of early on so we can swap about. There's only one way to see, and that's when the
In
race
10 seconds
unfolds.
time when the race starts, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get ahead with our formation lap, and then I'm not entirely sure. I think it might be 29, 28 laps today. I can't remember, to be honest with me. But it's going to be action-packed from start to finish.
28, you are correct. 28 laps
28
of
laps.
the Hanoi circuit. I mean, it's integral that the boys at the front here, Fade, it's not been great throughout the season so far. He's really needing a decent session here today. The same with Goblin, currently sat in 3rd place in the Drivers' Championship. And he's qualified above Octopus and Nexus. He needs an absolutely stonking race today to be able to get the gap back to something manageable.
Yeah, let's see if Nexus and Octopus are going to be battling today as well, because top of the standing. And there you go, 2 stoppers. So anyone on the softs will be stopping around about 8 laps, 8 to 11 on the medium, and then towards the end of the race, stopping on the softs. So Chaza may have the advantage here, even though he's starting 16th. Oh, Blaine started on the mediums as well, actually. And Venom on the hards.
Wow, Venom on the hards. He's going to go hard medium then.
He's going to go hard soft. He's going for the right long. He could probably get about 19, 20 laps on those hards if he looks after them, then sprint it at the end on the softs.
Yeah, he's going to lose about a second a lap on the hard tyres at the beginning of the race, though. So, will that strategy play into his hands? Yeah, I'm unconvinced at the moment.
Yeah, we'll just have to see. I think it could be a case of, might just be waiting to see if the safety car shows.
Yeah, that's a massive issue, isn't it? The safety cars. How many times are we going to see it, if we're going to see it at all?
I think we may see it. We know how tough this circuit is. We saw a couple of accidents in qualifying. I mean, only 2 drivers had the accidents, but it's such a tight and narrow circuit. If a car, if somebody DNFs off a pretty bad collision with the wall, I have a feeling that will bring out the safety car.
I don't know about you, Paddy, but I am super excited for this as they all line up on the grid here. This is going to be an absolutely stonking race.
It's going to be entertaining. It's going to be enchanting, this Grand Prix, silly. It really is. 28 laps. It's a narrow circuit, and we've got 19 guys out there who are wanting results today. So as we get ready, we are waiting for the lights. Are we a little delayed on the lights there, silly?
No, I'm not seeing any lights either.
We are not seeing lights.
This is a new bug for me. I don't know what's going on at the moment, but currently they're all lined up on the grid there, and there's no lights coming up on screen.
Yeah, this is not a good sign, ladies and gents. We apologise for this. Let's see if we can try and get a fix for it. But yeah, this is not looking good at all for us.
No, it's not at all. It looks like the Codemasters servers have had a brain fart here, and it's just stuck. Oh.
I hear noises.
There we go. 4 lights, 5 lights. 5 lights are lit, and it's go, go, go.
Well, I'm glad you got to see the lights. I did not see anything, but we do have the cars on the grid. Looks like a good start.
Stayed in front. The timing screens on the left there are completely ad hoc.
Yep.
But I believe Fade is still in front above of Goblin.
Yep.
And
Little Haze
then
is
we've
there.
got Little Haze in 3rd.
Oh,
yes.
Oh, he's lost an end plate. The Little Haze had to come together with Goblin.
I believe Goblin's also lost the front right end plate as well.
Yep, so we've already got damage. We have a yellow flag. Something is happening further back. Chaz is out. We have lost Chaza. Oh, he's in the wall. Chaz has been in the wall. He's lost his front right, and we've got the safety car. We have the first safety car.
Brandy has a 5-second penalty for causing a collision with Hayes 95.
Yep. May need to look into re-inviting Alexander again.
Yeah, I'm on it. I'll do it right now.
But yeah, we've lost Chazza. That's devastating. I wonder what happened to him. It did seem to get pretty wild there at the start, and he just, yeah, he's kind of cut, and yeah, we've lost him, unfortunately. So under the safety car at the moment, nothing really has changed at the start, apart from Octopus has managed to jump a couple of positions. He's up into second behind Fade. That's exactly where he wants to be. King of Kart is stayed in third. Goblin's dropped down to fifth, but we do know that him and King of Kart both have wing damage. Burt the Shirt up in fourth. And Nexus is sitting pretty in sixth. King of Kart is in the pit. Goblin is also in the pit. Well, she's in the pit. So it looked like there was a bit of a turn one incident as we have Alexander back in with us. It's fantastic to see.
Yeah, this is played into the strategies here. I believe the hards will last from now until the end of the race. So boxing for hard tyres right now is probably going to be the best option.
I completely agree with you there. Quite a shame though for Chazza. Just looked like he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I think Welsh is pitted in and he's got himself a pair of softs and a brand new nose cone. So he'll be able to catch up with the pack. Brandy and Hayes both with 5-second time penalties for a little incident under the safety car. Let Simpans win is being called in the chat. Currently 9th position. We can't let him win, but if he races hard enough, anything is possible. But yeah, that was a dramatic start, Silly. Very dramatic. It didn't seem much that was going on thanks to the technical hits that gave us that delay, but
it is indeed. I've just headed down to the pit lane and I've managed to grab Chazza to find out what happened there on lap 1. Chazza?
I was just hectic. I got smacked into first on the first corner by someone. Don't know who it was behind me. And then I got pushed wide going around turn 2 into turn 3. And then Welsh didn't give room into turn 4, and that hit my front and spammed me into the wall, and then that spammed me around in someone else's path, and they hit my wheel straight off.
Oh, so bit of a first corner, second corner, third corner kind of incident. It probably wasn't helped with the delay at the start of the Grand Prix. We noticed we had a technical error with the lights. Was everybody affected by that?
No, I don't seem to see any problem.
Well, watch back the stream later on. You'll see something.
I say, so I've got to think some people may have an issue because I know I got a manically good start. Like I got up to like 12th, like 12th, 13th, and then I got hit into that first corner, which hit me into someone else. I didn't get any damage from that, and then I took it wide, and then I was hit by Welshie going into well, as I say, it's hit as in I was beside him and he turned into me going into that turn 4, which then of course knocked my front round. And I just lost complete control. And as I did that, I hit the wall ahead of me, got wing damage, and then I continued to spin after that. And then the person just punted me straight to the front. Not their fault. I mean, they wouldn't have been able to turn out of the way. And then my wheel just got smacked off straight, red damage gone. And then we saw what happened.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty gutting, especially so early in the race. Talk us through your qualifying setup as well, because you went out on the mediums, did a lap, and you didn't do much else after that. Was there a strategy behind what you were applying this afternoon?
No, me and Blaine originally planned. Well, to be hoping everyone else was going to do a lot of their qualifying on softs. So me and Blaine, we planned a lot of our plan on doing mediums. In which then, of course, when qualifying came around, most people went out on mediums. So me and Blaine spent a load of laps debating: do we go out on softs to try and compete? What do we do, etc. And then must have been, I think it's 2 times I went out to qualifying, and I say tapped. It was most likely my fault. Not going to try and blame anyone for it. I got on with yellow wing damage. So I just come back in, get a new wing, and then the actual qualifying lap I got in wasn't a good lap at all, which put me down the grid. Which is why we were going to do a setup and then like planning for each other. And then of course you saw what happened with that turn.
Well,
Yeah.
I think you was on the optimal strategy there. The medium to hards was a great strategy. We've seen a few people come into the pits now after the safety car has come out. They've gone from the soft tyres onto the hard. Do you really think the hard tyres are going to last the 22 laps that they're going to be on them?
All depends on how good their driving skill is and how much they can hold tyres. Also depends on how long the safety car's out for.
Yeah, as you say that, the safety car is in this lap. Fade's now backing the pack up. So thank you very much for talking to us, Chazza. We're going to return to racing.
All good.
Yeah.
Hope you guys well.
Thanks very much, Chaz. Again, unfortunate for what's happened, but hopefully more luck for you next weekend.
Yes, here we go. Fade is backing the pack up, getting ready for this race restart. Fade really does need a good result here today. Octopus is right up his gearbox, and Bert the Shirt right up Octopus's gearbox. I didn't even notice that Bert had got in between Octopus and Nexus.
Yep, we had quite a good one. He's still warming up his tyres as Bert as they are off into turn 1. Looks like Fade's got himself a good gap from Octopus. Bert the Shirt, we're going to go back into the pack, see if we can see anything happening. Bwandy and Caparaz have had a little battle going in there. King of Car, he's going to be making his way back up through the grid. He must be quite disappointed with that start on the medium tyres. So they're looking to go long, Ferrari, for this kind of second stint for those guys.
They are indeed, yeah. Just looking at the penalty screen here, Octopus is a 5-second penalty. Bert has a 5-second penalty. The same as Weasel, Blaine, Hayes, Caparaz, and Brandy.
So it's kind of their race to lose at this point. Down to 18 racers after the unfortunate exit of Chazza on lap 1 that brought the safety car out. But we're underway at the moment as we've got King of Kart is right up the gearbox of Bwande. It's Ferrari versus McLaren, and it looks like King of Kart has the advantage here. He does indeed. He's going to have the inside line. Heavy braking, and he makes that look easy. Bwande does not defend the position too hard, so he's up to 13th as King of Kart. Welshie is having battles with Goblin. Goblin's well down the order at the moment. He's lost another end plate and he's on the hard tyres.
Yeah, not a great race here.
Welshie's had an accident. Welshie went wide into the corner and hit the wall and got rear-ended by a Venom by the looks of it. Spade sits the fastest lap. Goblin is not looking happy after having such a great qualifying lap as well. He's into the pits to replace that front wing, so is Welshie. So yeah, that's going to set them way down the order as Fade and Octopus are now pulling away in the lead. The Haas boys are absolutely going for it.
They are indeed, yeah. Doesn't look like there's any team orders here to let Octopus go. I think Octopus is the fastest driver currently. They're both on 4-lap-old soft tyres, but Octopus has a 5-second penalty. I would imagine if I was Gunther Steiner, I'd be letting Octopus go here and see if he can get a bit of a gap.
Yeah, you think that'd be the smart idea, just let him pass, let him try and get that 5-second gap so he won't be falling back through the order come the end of the race once the penalties are applied. But we'll have to see, because he might serve it in his pit stop as well.
Yes, he definitely will. He definitely will. Goblin has just come out of the pits. He's gone onto a set of medium tyres. The same as Welshie has also gone onto a set of medium tyres here. I think Blaine is sitting in a good, comfortable position here. He's on 4-lap-old medium tyres. He does have a penalty, which he's going to have to serve at his next pit stop, but he's going to go a lot longer than these soft runners, and they're going to go onto the medium tyres. I don't know. This is going to be fascinating.
It really is. I think we're going to see an extra oof as Alexander almost gets up the back of Nexus there. I think we're going to see another extra lap maybe out of the soft tyre runners thanks to the safety car. They've also saved a little bit of fuel as well, so they might be able to go a bit more all out. King of Kart has actually got past Caparaz and is now up to 12, right behind his brother, and he is chewing on the gearbox of his sister Ferrari.
Yeah, I'm currently on board with the two Haas boys here. Octopus with his DRS wide open, still can't get in touch with Fade.
Fade then using his ERS and extra fuel that he hasn't burned to stay ahead of his teammate. But they are starting to pull away from Burt the Shirt, who is keeping a little gap ahead of Nexus, who is getting kept honest by Alexander, so it is still tight back there. Nexus not showing his usual dominant form.
There we go, Octopus has now taken the lead, going round into the end of Sector 3 here. Octopus, yeah, absolutely brilliant overtake. I believe that was team orders. There was no defense from Fade whatsoever.
They're smart drivers of the Haas boys. They know if one's quicker than the other, just to let them go and get the advantage. I mean, technically as it stands, Octopus is 5 seconds back with that penalty, but he will be able to claw that time back. Alexander's got past Nexus. Looks like Nexus has made a mistake somewhere because he's dropped quite a little behind. He's in the pits, is Nexus. He is in the pits. So he's looking to change tyre quite early.
Octopus with a 138.954 for the Haas team there. That's absolutely stonking lap on this fuel load.
These guys might be going on to the hards. The pit strategy is up. We're on board with Simpans at the moment. Let's see what tyre he is going onto when he pulls into the Racing Point garage. It looks like, yep, Nexus has gone on to the mediums. Simpans is going on to the mediums. So these are going to be 2 stoppers, these guys.
I don't know about that. Mediums should be able to last till the end of the race at this stage currently.
22 laps. I would see them struggle. They'd be really in a bad state at the end of it, I think. The strategy window came up. It did say soft to hards for a 1 stop at this point of the race. But we'll see how it goes as King of Kart is getting around. Getting around Stadium. Stadium took a little knock on the wall there.
King of Kart absolutely on a charge here. It's unbelievable. After the safety car, what was he, down in 13th?
He was down about 13th, 14th. Yeah, so he's up to 8th at the moment. Stadium's dropping back. Looks like there's damage to Big Hayes' Ferrari, is there? No, we're looking clean, but there is damage to the front of the Williams of Stadium, who has been quiet at the moment.
Brandy is boxed for hard tyres. So it's a shame to see him so far down in the field again after quite a good qualifying session.
Yeah, exactly. It's, again, just not his luck. He's been caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time. What can you do? It's Lady Luck doesn't shine on Brandy that well.
No, sadly not. He's a great driver. He's very fast over 1 lap. And yeah, luck's just not shining on him at the moment. Hopefully this strategy plays out. And Nexus as well, down in 13th place. He's on a brand new set of medium tyres, but it's not boding well for the leaders of the championship here.
Exactly that. Nexus will have to stop again, so he will probably go on to softs to end. Let's see how Octopus and Fade do, because they're pulling away from Burt the Shirt, who's pulling away from Alexander. But themselves, they're sticking close to each other. They're DRS towing each other around the place, so they're taking advantage of that. We're on board with Scott at the moment as he chases Alexander in the Renault.
I'm still saying my prediction is 100% correct. Blaine is going to win this race. I'm telling you now.
You're going to go with Blaine?
Yes, he's on 7-lap-old medium tyres. The guys in front of him, all of them are on 7-lap-old soft tyres. They're going to have to box within the next 2 laps. Blaine can go for a lot longer, make a one-stop strategy work 100%, and he's got 30 seconds on them straight away, and he's only 11 seconds behind the leader currently.
Right, well, let's see how that one plays out. If they have played that strategy well down at Mercedes, you'd obviously know, but we're not going to annoy you about it. We've got Statali A22. Hanoi is like the worst circuit ever created. Gotta disagree with you there, buddy. Much prefer this over Monaco as Scott hits the pits.
Yeah, I would disagree with him as well. It's not as bad as Monaco. It's a lot like Baku. Everybody keeps relating this circuit to Monaco, but it's a lot more like Baku.
Yeah, it is. A bit of elements of Singapore in there as well, as we had Fade, Burt the Shirt and Scott all pit at the same time.
Yeah, Blaine's now up to 4th place.
And he's catching Weasel.
He is indeed. He's right up his gearbox.
But look who's right up his gearbox. King of Kart. We're not going to throw him out just yet, mate. I really think that Little Hayes, he can come back at this. He's on the mediums. His blood's boiling. We have an accident in Sector 3. Is it Welshie? Welshie's in the pits again. He's running really slow.
Yeah, Welshie not having a great day today, sadly. He's probably lost a bit of front wing and plate there and has decided to box to try and recover something from this. We all thought that there was going to be multiple safety cars and multiple DNFs. So, and there we go. We see Blaine overtaking Weasel going into turn such and such to the final corner, was it? Oh, well, Little Hayes is right on the back of Blaine now as well.
They're just going into Sector 3 right now.
What a battle this is between 3rd, 4th and 5th.
Here we go. Yeah, nice and twisties in Sector 3. There's not much room to overtake here as Little Hayes is getting out of the dirty air that Blaine's Mercedes is creating. So he might have to back off a little bit as Blaine catches Weasel.
Well, Blaine overtook Weasel and then Weasel took him back going into the next corner. Absolutely unbelievable driving by these three here.
Yeah, our leaders are in the pit. Octopus and Alexander are both in the pit, which means this will promote Weasel to the lead. And technically, Blaine into the theoretical lead, being on the medium tyres.
Yeah, he is indeed. King of Car and Big Hayes, well, Little Hayes and Big Hayes, up there in 3rd and 4th as well. Absolutely stonking drives by these two drivers here.
Exactly. Scuderia will be happy today with the Ferraris sitting up in 3rd and 4th at the moment, with Weasel Scotwood.
Let's hope they can actually finish the race this week.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Octopus is already right behind. Well, Fade he's just got past Capra, he has a deal on his fresh mediums. Octopus is 3.5 seconds behind Capra, so there must have been some traffic hit there. Nexus is sat there half a second behind Venom, who's half a second behind Stadium, who has Scott half a second behind him, with Bert the Shirt just under a second behind him further. So it's a bit close at the moment between 8th and 12th position.
Jish TV has just said, come on, Blaine, son.
I think you can get behind that one as well, can you not?
I can indeed, yeah. I think Blaine's on for the win here. I've said it previously, but Blaine is in perfect position here to take the win of this Grand Prix.
Statali, come on, at least Monaco is a historic circuit. Well, I'm not going to argue about the historic values of Monaco. I just don't feel its design is good enough for these cars.
Weasel is boxed. Weasel has boxed.
He's releasing Blaine and Little Hayes. But what's your views on Monaco with today's cars, Silly? They don't fit? Do you think there is still something more that Monaco can offer? I mean, yes, it is the classic Monaco Grand Prix. You can't deny that. But for me personally, I don't think the cars suit it at the moment. There's not enough places to pass. It's way too tight.
I have a differing opinion on it. I don't look at it as the cars, whether they fit the circuit or not. Monaco's Monaco. It's been there. It's one of the only circuits that have been there.
Oh, sorry to interrupt. We have Little Hayes is going up the inside of Blaine. Blaine cuts him off as he comes out the back straight. Fantastic driving from both drivers there. But the back straight,
great.
Little Hayes is going to have the advantage here with the straight line speed of the Ferrari.
Great defending by Blaine there. Nice and fair.
DRS is wide open on the Ferrari.
Cut him off.
Looks like Blaine's going into high rich fuel and using all his ERS to keep the Ferrari behind. The Ferrari's diving up the inside, but Blaine's got the better line coming on the exit.
Yeah, I would argue that if he did make that pass happen there, that would be a corner cut.
Oh, Weasel's had an accident. Just out the pits on fresh softs and he is going backwards. Goblin is slowing as well.
Yeah, yellow flag in Sector 2.
So maybe those two had it coming together and Goblin, being the gentleman, has let Weasel back through. That's right, back on board. The beauty of Monaco in the fact that for 70 laps you have to be on the limit. I think the possibility of overtaking is what I mean, you're not wrong there, Statali. Monaco is beautiful like that.
As I was saying prior to Little Hayes going for the overtake for the lead.
Fade.
if you look at what year was it that Daniel Ricciardo finally got his Monaco win? Was it 2018 or 19?
I think it was 2018.
Yeah, he had that engine issue, and yes, he was running, so much slower than everybody else, and you couldn't overtake him and stuff. But with the walls being so close, it takes a certain kind of commitment to be able to put those times in consistently. We look at this circuit here, and the walls are so close, but they're a lot further away than Monaco. You have to give the drivers kudos for being able to push their car to the limit for 2 hours straight and not make a single mistake.
Fade has got past Little Hayes, and he's going.
He's
for
also got about.
Lane.
He's got him. He's got him going into this next corner, I think.
Fresher mediums, though. Blaine would probably be wiser or just yield here. But now he's got Little Hayes up beside him. Oh, it's tight.
Driving.
This is fantastic from these four.
Absolutely unbelievable driving as Little Hayes dives into the pits here. I think Blaine should probably do the same coming up on the next lap. He's got Octopus right behind him now, up his gearbox going into turn one.
I believe he should just be smart and let the Haas driver back. It's not his race yet. I think it would be a bit too early to switch on to the softs, though. That's a lot of laps to be doing on them. However, he's done a long time on these mediums. He could be worth going on to the hards, but then again, he's going to lose a lot of time. And would it have been worth starting on the mediums to just go into the hards like the soft runners? It's one of those decisions,
Correct me if I'm wrong. Was Little Hayes not on medium tyres at the start of this race?
I think he was on the softs because he qualified up on the softs, but then he had the accident which forced him into the pits, and he changed. So he's on his second set of mediums.
Oh, okay.
So he can go to the end like this, yeah.
Yeah. I was just looking at the Delta screen there and seeing him go onto the mediums. I thought he was already on the mediums, which would mean he'd have to pit again. But he's dropped down to 10th place from second position, so... Fade is absolutely storming away here. 2 seconds above his teammate on 1 lap older tyres. Blaine in 3rd place, 12 lap tyres with a 5-second time penalty.
Yeah, it looks like he's starting to feel those tyres, they're losing their grip. Back into the chat, we have Panda is saying, come on, Hayes. Venom looks like he needs an invite. His connection's gone. Blaine's in the pits.
I'm on the invite, don't worry.
Nice one. Jish is saying that Little Hayes is being a bit cheeky with the corner cutting.
Yeah, I've noticed that. He has been a little bit...
bit naughty.
He's being a little bit naughty, but it's not anything that's gained him any time.
Blaine has sat his 5-second penalty, and he's onto the hards. He's onto the hard tyres to finish this race, is Blaine.
Venom has rejoined the session as well. Luckily, he got my invite. Blaine's doing exactly what we discussed in the pre-race briefing. Medium to hard. With no safety cars, perfect strategy in my opinion.
As we've got Nexus is making a move on Burt the shirt. Oh, it's tight at the hairpin. Nexus goes around the outside and takes Burt for 5th position. Great driving there from Nexus as he looks to claw back some places. But as it stands with Fade and Octopus up front, they are kind of cashing out on this race at the moment.
And it really make them tyres work. Nexus on 6-lap-old medium tyres. We've got 12 more laps to go. That's going to be 18-lap-old on medium tyres. He's going to be super slow going into the final of this Grand Prix.
I think Nexus is going to try and pit for softs to end this race. He'll be going for the fastest lap. Alexander doesn't need to really worry. He's on the hards, so he's going to the end. Nexus, I can't see him doing another 15 laps on those tyres.
I can't either, and sadly my Delta doesn't give me the gap to the leader currently.
Mine's not doing it either. It's Codemasters doing what Codemasters does best.
Yeah, the pit stop here is about 23 to 26 seconds, I believe.
Yeah, Bert the Shirt is into the pits. He was on the hard, so he'll be going into the mediums to finish his race. You can definitely finish on the mediums from here, I think.
Brand new mediums, yeah, I agree with you there. Nexus, 20 odd seconds for a pit stop. He would come out, if he's going to box again, back down out of the points, down in 11th place.
Yep, it would look like that. Capra is setting the fastest time in the Williams, currently sat in 9th, right behind King of Kart, who is chasing Simpans.
Yeah, massive accident in qualifying for Capaz there, but he's pulling it back in the race here.
Yep, he's on soft, so he will have to pit again. Still, good to see him out on track. He's got a good few laps behind his belt. He's in the points at the moment. Where he finishes there is a different thing, but as I said, pretty nasty accident in qualifying. That would have bumped his confidence a bit, but he's kept going. Get on him.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, look at Goblin, down in 12th place, 9-lap-old medium tyres. He must be absolutely fuming sat in that cockpit at the moment.
I definitely think so. We did have a yellow flag. I was just wondering if anyone was spinning there, but I don't see anything on my timing screens. ICES is
Welshie is retired from the session. There's a VSC currently on track.
So he must have crashed going into turn 1. That is unfortunate from Welshie. So that's 2 DNFs. Bert the Shirt has got a drive-through penalty.
For speeding under the VSC, yeah, that's unlucky. I mean, he's nowhere in the standings currently. He's only just come into the pits. He's on brand new medium set of tyres.
So Nexus has hit the pits. Alex has hit the pits. This is Goblin's in the pits. They're taking advantage of this right now.
Yeah, this is going to mix things up completely. Goblin obviously needed to jump onto a new set of tyres. 9-lap-old mediums, sat back down in 14th or 15th, wherever he was. I don't think this is going to mix up the winning of this race. So
has a drive-through penalty.
Yeah.
Both the Renaults have drive-through penalties as King of Kart is pushing himself up into 5th position, so the Ferraris are 4th and 5th at the moment, just as Beth Jones in chat is cheering them on again. ICs is come on the Haas boys.
Yeah, the Haas boys absolutely playing the blinder here. I gave them team of the week in the first race of the season. I'm pretty sure I'll give them the same accolades today after this race.
I think
They've played an absolute blinder.
I'm going to go against you on that one. As it stands, I'd give it to the Ferrari boys. For being able to finish a race.
I'm with you there. I am with you there. But can they actually finish the race? That's the question.
That's the big question.
Big Hayes on 5-lap-old soft tyres. They will not last to the end of this session.
No,
so you will have to box again.
Just TV with a follow there. Thank you very much for following us.
Indeed, thank you very much. If you'd like to subscribe, it would help us out a great deal. We've got 30 people watching the stream currently. Pretty much been solid all the way through this race here, and I hope you're enjoying it as much as me and Paddy are commentating on it. It's been an absolutely enthralling race.
It has indeed, as Alexander goes in to take his drive-through penalty. This is promoting Blaine up into 8th, Stadium into 9th, Nexus up into 10th at the moment. As we're still on board with King of Kart as he chases his big brother down, half second between the Ferrari. He is on the slower tyre, but he is on the newer tyre, so the smart idea here from the Scuderia boys would be to let Little Hayes past as he's on the fresher tyre and he doesn't need to pit again.
Yeah, I'm looking at these tyre compounds and how long people have been on these tyres for. Blaine's looking pretty good here. The leaders on 6 and 7-lap-old medium tyres, they're going to start scrubbing out quite soon. Blaine's on the hard tyres. Everybody else in front of him on a lot older tyres or poor quality tyres. The Caparaz in 6th there on 3-lap-old softs.
Oh, Little Hayes has dive bombed Big Hayes and he's made it stick. So there we go. Swap of the Ferraris for 4th and 5th position there. As Stadium and Blaine are getting a bit Tasty Stadium is on the softs against Blaine's hard tyres. Welshie with the subscribble. Thanks very much. Big love from Bottas to you there.
Yeah, he's got plenty of time. He's already crashed out of the race, hasn't he? So
don't make it harder on Welshie.
Yeah, I'm going to get muted any second right now.
So yeah, Blaine's currently holding up Stadium, who's holding up Nexus. But again, these guys are on the soft compounds. They won't make it to the end of the race. Well, Nexus is on the mediums. He might make it to the end of the race. VSC really being Nexus's friend in that regards, but Blaine will be able to make it to the end of these hards. So he just really needs to keep up with the pack.
Nexus will definitely make it to the end on these medium tyres, but he's so far out of position, I don't see him gaining too much. Obviously, we've got Big Hayes, 7-lap-old soft tyres. He's going to have to box in the next 2 laps.
I think everyone, really, apart from Little Hayes and the Haas boys, will need to pit again.
I'm not confident about the Haas boys being able to see this through, if I'm honest.
They started on softs, they've gone to mediums, they still have, 10.5 laps to go, and they've been on those tyres for a little while. It's
going to be tight, 7 laps for Octopus, 8 laps for Fade. It's going to be touch and go whether they can make these tyres last the distance.
Very, very true. Welshie in chat with Meh had a horrendous start, just thought, screw it, pushed hard, and car meets wall. As it does.
Yeah, and Craig Lopicus saying, how's the wall doing? And Welshie replying, the wall is fine.
Nothing like a bit of banter when you've, your race has gone down the pan like that. Caparaz is chasing up Hayes. Hayes 95 is in the pits, so he's going to come off the softs and probably go on to a set of mediums to round off the race. So
Silovsky just said Nexus is now in 9th place, which is absolutely correct. Silovsky, he is in 9th place, but he's still in a lot of trouble points-wise.
And he is chasing down Blaine.
He's now up to 8th.
The the pits have been done, so Hayes on a fresh set of tyres.
Scott on 10-lap-old medium tyres.
He's
still got another 9 to go. He's going to have to box again, I believe. Yeah, I agree with you there, Paddy.
I think he's going to go into softs to wind up. There's a few guys I think are going to go into softs to try and wind it off. Here goes Nexus on Blaine. He's got the speed, he's got the grip. Blaine should probably concede this one, but Blaine, he's not going to. He might be at the disadvantage of tyres and whatnot, but he tells Nexus, not today. And Nexus is going to be like, hey, fine, I'll try again. All this is kind of opening the door for Stadium behind as he starts to catch up, but Nexus will have the DRS here on Blaine, and he's going to have the braking grip coming down this bottom end.
Stadium's on 7-lap-old soft tyres. He's not going to last to the end of this race on those set of tyres, so that's definitely not a fight you want to carry on.
Nope, as Blaine fends off Nexus again, shuts the door, but Nexus has the better drive. Oh no, Scott, 5-second time penalty. Speeding in the pit lane.
He's currently 20-odd seconds, or maybe 18 seconds in front of King of Karts. So that shouldn't affect his race too much. He should still be in the 3rd place position.
We'll see when he comes out the pits. Yeah, Octopus is also pitted. This is Little Hayes' King of Karts opportunity now to, jump ahead as Blaine is continuing to frustrate Nexus. They will not let him pass. That's one wide Mercedes right now. And the AlphaTauri driver is starting to lose his mind by the looks of things.
Blaine's wanting to finish this race. He's wanting to get some points. He's not had a points finish this season so far, and he's got it under his belt that he needs to get some decent points for the team here this year.
Yeah, it really does. And this battle with Nexus, I believe, is going to go on for another couple of laps. Nexus should have the advantage, but the more that this goes on, the more his tyres are going to kind of, die off, and the more that Blaine's come into play.
Well, Simpan's ahead of these two arguing here. He's on 12-lap-old medium tyres. I don't see those lasting till the end of the race. So Simpan's is probably going to have to pit as well. So that promotes Blaine and Nexus both up a place.
Yeah, Scott will have his penalty to take. And, he has pitted for fresh tyres, though. So that's going to be tight. Caparaz, I think, needs to pit again.
strangely, Scott didn't serve his penalty while boxing for those fresh tyres.
I think he got his penalty as he was coming in the pits or out the pits. That'll be why. As Nexus goes round the outside of Blaine and takes 7th position.
Absolutely fantastic move there by Nexus. That was unbelievable.
Oh, as
Left Blaine no choices whatsoever to how to defend there.
Yeah, as we just were on board there with Big Hayes, as Alexander took him on fresh set of mediums as well. I think, though, Big Hayes is on softs to end the race.
Yeah, Alexander's on 3-lap old medium tyres. To get that move done, that's insane.
Yeah, Big Hayes is just not happening. It's just not happening to him. IC's in the chat, what's happened to Stadium? Stadium's just not had that great a race, to be honest. His
strategy's not been there. He's had some issues. He's had a bit of front wing damage, had to box a few more times than he would have hoped. But yeah, he's still sat there in 12th place.
Oh, Venom decided he was just going to do donuts right in front of the cameras again. He thought he wasn't getting enough action, so he decided to do that for us. As Stadium now goes up into 10th, 11th. The timing sheets are all over the place. Simpanzas came out ahead of them, that's why.
Stadium 11th on my screens, and with some of the people in front of him, there are options for him to get into the points here if he can keep it on the track.
Yeah, if he can keep those softs going as well. I think, yeah, he was kind of like P8, but his pace hasn't been great today as Stadium. It's unlike the last couple of events, he's not really shown up this evening, which has been a bit of a shame. And Goblin's been struggling as well after, obviously, the incident earlier on in the race.
Yeah, Goblin down in 13th place, not scoring any points as we currently stand.
Yep, he is.
Which is going to make a massive difference in the Drivers' Championship.
Yeah, with Octopus setting a fastest lap, he's now almost 3 seconds ahead of Fade. So he's on for a damn good result. Nexus is 10.5 seconds behind Little Hayes, who is currently, well, he's within the 5-second time penalty gap that Scott has, so that will put the Ferrari driver on the podium.
Are you still saying Ferrari as team of the week, or are we sticking with me with the Haas boys?
I mean, the Haas boys, yeah, they are quick. I mean, it's more of a who's got it all. As Goblin absolutely eats it past Bart the Short. That was a bit naughty and aggressive, but both drivers have got through.
I think that was fair. I just watched it on the highlights section there. Yeah, I think that was fair. He took the line. He was in front.
Yep.
A little bit of wheel rubbing, but nothing too exceptional.
Exactly. It wasn't like it was a fatal incident or anything. Beth Jones, Ferrari Team of the Week. There you go. I think it's a tough one. I think just through the run of bad luck that the guys have had at the Scuderia for the last couple of events, it would be nice for them to get something. Little Hayes is, he's pushed and pushed and pushed.
Little Hayes he's my driver of the day. If he doesn't get driver of the day today, I'll be very, very shocked.
Yeah.
But you can't take anything away from the Haas boys here. I mean, they've drove an absolutely outstanding race. I can't remember where Octopus qualified, but he definitely wasn't up towards the front. And look at them. They're driving 1 and 2. They're 8 seconds in front of anybody else on the field. They're just doing an outstanding race.
Yeah, I agree with you as well. They're leading the way. This is going to be boding well for them in the Constructors' Championship. Can we see who's got the fastest lap at the moment? I think it's Octopus.
Yeah, I believe Octopus has got the fastest lap. I can't see anything on my telemetry which tells me.
So I think they'd be on for like 41 points, I believe it would be.
Yeah. Octopus with a 136.627.
But Fade is catching him at the moment, and he's catching him hand over fist.
Yep, the fastest lap is a 136.627, currently held by Octopus.
Blaine has gone into the pits. And he's gone on to softs for the last 6 laps of the race.
It's a bold move. That is a bold move. He might be able to get the fastest lap, but can he get back into the top 10 to actually gain a point from it? Yeah. I think he was sitting pretty good in the position that he was in to gain a solid 6 points for the Mercedes team. It's a strange strategy call. Let's see if it pays off.
Yeah, not a strategy call that you were looking for at all?
No, I would not have called that at all. I would have told him to hold position and just get some points on the board, considering Chaz's early exit. But these guys are their own drivers. They've got to do what they've got to do. He's right behind Goblin at the moment, and he's definitely going to overtake him at some point in the next lap or so.
Oh, as we see bits of a racing point being kicked up into the air there, that'll be part of Simpan's car. Yes, it is. So Simpan's carrying a bit of damage. Further up the road as Blaine gets past Goblin off camera.
Yeah, it's a beautiful move, just going down the kind of straight there with air quotes.
So at the moment, King of Car Little Hayes has fallen out of the 5-second time gap to Scott, so he will not be on the podium at this point.
He's on an 11 lap old soft medium tyres, sorry, so they're going to be starting to scrub off here. Yep. He needs another couple of laps to get them back into the operating range. But I think we're looking now at the final finishing positions. I don't see much more movement here.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that one. Our original links in chat saying that Blaine took damage, so he had to pit.
Oh, we missed that original links. Thanks for the heads up there.
Yeah. I've seen a bit of Renault on the track, and I was right. Alexander's missing an end plate. So...
Such a tight, twisty circuit. It's very difficult to not finish 28 lap race here without damage. It's unbelievable, these guys' performances here.
Yeah, exactly that. As Venom on the soft tyres is going up to pass El Mariachi for 15th position, but El Mariachi is holding it, but Venom is like, no, I'm having that, thank you very much. Goes deep. Loses an end plate. Oh god, oh, we've got a big accident.
Venom, a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and El Mariachi is out of the race.
Venom has been disqualified as well. That was Venom's fault. That was a bad accident from Venom. Virtual safety car. But
guessing he got disqualified for driving the wrong way, as I've seen on the highlights section there.
Multiple penalties.
Yeah, Venom, not a good weekend. Brandy currently sitting in last place.
Yeah, Venom, as he was coming through the first corner, went wide. He got caught up on the curbs, and as El Mariachi was coming back to take him on the racing line, he just kind of lost it, spun in, smashed into El Mariachi, who then, both the cars went into the wall at that point, ending Mariachi's race, and the stewards deciding that was enough from Venom for today.
Yeah, I would agree with that. King of Car, a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. That's gonna drop him back a lot of places, sadly.
It's gonna promote Nexus up into 4th. Oh, I did not need that. What a shame.
Yeah, that's a massive, massive shame. Nexus is obviously going to be jumping in his car at the moment, thinking, yes, going to gain some more points here. He's had a terrible race, Nexus. He's miles behind his championship contender, Octopus.
As King of Car Little Hayes has some wing damage now as he went through that sector. It looked like he slid it wide.
Yeah, we're 2 laps to go here.
He should
probably not worth pitting because he's going to have to serve his penalty when he does pit.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to go straight through. There's no point in pitting again with a lap and a half to go. It's going to be a waste of time. Today's biggest kind of loser out of all this has been Goblin. He's been off the pace after, the kind of turn 1 incidents, and there's not been really any coming back from that. So we're on board with Simpans and Stadium at the moment. Simpans with the damaged front wing. Oh, looks like Stadium hit the back of Simpans there and smashed his front wing. End plates for everybody today.
Yeah, look, I've just seen it on the highlights there. Stadium's definitely got front wing damage. I'm looking at the timing sheets here.
Oh, but look who's just entered the fray. Blaine up to 10th, right behind Simpan. Stadium.
Up to 9th now.
Excellent, yes. So we've got Captain Advocat. Please interview Blaine afterwards. Don't worry, we will. We'll get the winners out of the way first, and then we'll obviously speak with the other drivers. So Blaine, 9th place, fantastic. We won the fastest lap, but whether he can get it right now or not is a different matter. 2.5 laps left to go of this Grand Prix.
Let's look at the final people in this race. We've got Goblin, Weasel, Bert, and Brandy, all very, very fast drivers. But they're at the back of the field. I mean, this is unbelievable. These guys are so quick over one lap. And they can be so consistent, but they just keep getting tangled up in issues that aren't their own. And they're finding themselves in 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th place on the grid.
Yeah, it's exactly that. It's the kind of nature of the circuit, isn't it? It's tight, it's complex, and if you get caught up in a scuffle, you're going to feel it. And it's going to affect the entire race. We've got Goblin, Simpans, and Stadium all jostling about for the last points position with a lap and a half left to go.
I mean, unbelievable race by the Haas boys. That's why I'm still sticking my...
Sorry, Goblin up into 11th. Great pass on Simpans there.
I'm still sticking my leg out and saying the Haas boys are again team of the week because they have drove an absolutely exceptional race.
Oh, they have just dominated, absolutely dominated. Ferrari 5th and 6th, can't complain about that at all. But I think looking at it, King of Kart, does he still have a 5-second penalty?
He does indeed, yeah. He's currently gapping enough to be able to hold on to his 6th position, but we still have a lap and a half to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's the points that Ferrari need right now, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, they're currently sat on 0 points, I believe.
They let each other pass. Yep, that's team orders there from Binotto.
Yeah, he shouted from one bedroom to the other, let me through, let me through.
That's it, as Goblin's got ahead of Stadiums for the last of the points positions in the McLaren. Alexander on Caparaz.
Blaine currently sat in 9th place. He's on for 2 points here, which is 2 points more than he started this race weekend with. So I should imagine he will be happy with that.
Exactly.
Ices has just said, come on the Haas boys. And I completely agree with you there, Ices.
Yeah.
Come on the Haas boys indeed. They've done an amazing race today.
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to deny what's pretty much an inevitable result now. You know, Scott is 11.5 seconds behind Fade with a 5-second time penalty. So it looks like it's going to be an easy run out for the Haas boys.
Yeah, I'm on board with Octopus now as he's coming down the final long straight.
Why did Little Hayes pit? I believe he would have got another 5-second penalty anyway for not serving his 5-second, but my maths might be awful, but 10 seconds is still less than 20 seconds. His Blaine benefits going up into 8th right now.
Yes, perfect for the Mercedes boys there.
And Blaine is catching up on this little squabble. We're on the last lap here. Caparaz and Alexander are squabbling like mad, and this is opening the door to Blaine on the fresher soft tyres. This is going to be quite the end of the race, I think.
Yeah, I'm on board with Octopus now. The two Haas boys, nose to tail, going through the penultimate corner, about to go through the final corner. And across the line is Octopus, and then Fade.
Congratulations to the Haas boys, a fantastic race from those guys. But we are going to go back on board with Alexander because Caparaz has just got past him. And Blaine is charging for it, Scott, with his extra 5-second unserved time penalty, but that's fine. He will finish on the podium today. I think Nexus will undoubtedly get 4th position with Big Hayes with 5th. Definitely a great result from Big Hayes there today.
Yeah, Silofiski just said nice race between the Ferraris, and I would agree as well. Yeah, a little bit of strategy not playing into their hands, but absolutely unbelievable driving by all the drivers on the grid today. Ices, let's go. Yeah, let's go. Haas boys, 100% team of the week for me.
Blaine literally finishing inches behind. Well, Blaine goes up to 7th due to the penalties that Alexander had. King of Kart up into 8th, Goblin up into 9th. So Blaine with a 7th place finish. Caparaz with another 6th place finish.
Whoa. Blaine actually finished the race.
Blade actually finished a race and in 7th.
Jesus Christ.
A fantastic result from everybody who has turned up and raced today. So we'll just do a quick down. No, we won't, let's change screen. Let's find out who the driver of the day is. Could have been anybody, to be honest. Caparaz! Congratulations to Caparaz. He has driven
fair play.
He's driven a solid race, so good on you, Caparaz.
Wouldn't have been my choice. No offense, Caparaz. I would have probably gone for Octopus there after the terrible, not so terrible position that he started in, but the race result. Team of the week for me is the Haas team. Unbelievable drive by the pair of them. They're talking to each other constantly. Unbelievable strategy by the pair of them.
Yep, they definitely ran away with that, and we'll just give yourselves a quick rundown of the top 10 after today's race. So, in first position, Octopus with the 1:36.627 best race time, followed by Fade in second, Scott Armstrong in third, Nexus in fourth, Hayes in fifth, Caparaz in sixth, Blaine in seventh, King of Kart in 8th, Goblin in 9th, a great recovery drive from Goblin, and Stadium on for some points in 10th place. So a fantastic result for all. And what we'll do is we're going to swap onto the driver standing screen. We will have to get an updated one. This was obviously previous of the session. What we'll do is we will grab the winners of the race, so the Haas boys, and we'll get Scott in as well for some post-race interviews.
Yeah, I've just been down to the pit lane there. I've managed to grab hold of Octopus. I'm just grabbing hold of Fade right now. So if you want to carry on.
Yep. Octopus, thanks for joining us. Fantastic race. You and Fade basically just ran away with this one. A very clean race from you guys as well. Can you give us a little shout from your point of view how it felt for you guys?
Yeah, it felt alright, to be honest. I mean, when the safety cars were coming out, I personally was like, I didn't know what strategy to go on because they came out pretty awkward times, but it seemed like we just kind of went with the plan, and yeah, no, they ended up alright. So yeah.
It seemed to you have more pace on every compound and the other teams. So that's been second this time and not in 10th or less.
I was about to say, yeah, that'll be a good set of points for you, Fade. That's going to really push you up the Drivers' Championship. For yourself, Octopus, that will be putting you quite in the lead well and truly now, going into race 4. I can't remember exactly where we're off to next week. I can have a little look, though.
He's outright leader as we sit now, because Nexus was nowhere in this race. He had a terrible race, really.
Yeah, I was going to ask, did he have damage or anything, or was it just...
We don't know as it stands currently. We're hoping to interview him after you guys here, but yeah, he just seemed to fall back.
Yeah, he got caught in a few little incidents, I think. So yeah, he didn't get everything that he wanted.
Yeah, I'd definitely say consistency was key really here. Like I felt like the 1 lap pace wasn't great, but I've managed to just keep a solid pace the whole race, and it kind of just paid off, to be honest. Yeah,
the both of you seem to stick with each other quite well. I don't think there was ever a point that was more than 2 seconds between you, so a fantastic team effort there. And you pulled away from the rest of the field. You've kept the noses clean on the cars, and you've came along home with not only the win, but the fastest lap as well. So a good haul of points in the bag for Haas.
Yeah, we're happy with it, yeah.
And fantastic stuff indeed. On to third place, Scotty.
Yeah. Not used to this.
So not only have you finished a race, Scotty, you finished it on the podium. How are you feeling?
Oh man, like honestly, after the whole week, like terrible, like I don't know, just ENFing in other leagues. You know, this just made my week. Now I was honestly like getting depressed about it, but glad for the P3, I guess. It was I can't hide my emotions right now, honestly.
That's it. You'll have a big smile on your face. I think with the way that Goblin finished, this might actually put you third or joint third in the championship.
Oh, that's fantastic. But yeah, but honestly, I've got to say thanks to Pierre as well, because I think he was battling with Nexus at a point as well. And he kind of moved over as we were discussing it, because we were quite confused whether he should race him or not. So I owe him big time for that as well. He definitely helped me a lot there as a teammate.
Yeah, there was obviously a lot of battling going through the field today. You guys in the top three kind of got to avoid most of it. Nexus, obviously, he hit a bit of a rough patch. I think he had a few accidents. He kept on getting tussled in the pack, and I think he had a couple of penalties he had to serve as well. So yeah, obviously it's not going to take away what you guys managed to perform in today's race at all. But congratulations to all three of yous, and I look forward to seeing you in. And I just checked, China next weekend.
Yes, man, this is great.
Yeah, not fun, but we'll see what we can do.
You said that about Hanoi as well.
Turn 1.
Yeah, I did say that about Hanoi, to be fair.
Anyway, guys.
Sector 1 and Sector 2 are absolutely insane at China. Come on, boys, you've got to lick the stamp and send it.
Choose your moments, okay? Choose your moments. Cool.
That's it. Well, thanks very much for joining us, guys. Go and enjoy your victory again, Octopus. At some point, you're going to have to stop winning. That'll be good for the rest of the season.
Octopus, I'm coming for you now.
That's it. The challenge has been laid down, but thanks very much for joining us, guys. And
no worries.
Who are we going to jump in next with, Silly?
My friend, should we Ferrari boys maybe?
Let's get the Ferrari boys in then for a bit of a banter. And then we can go after the Mercedes boys afterwards. Well, we've heard from Chaz, so we'll get Blaine afterwards. But we have Big Hayes. And hello, how you doing?
Yeah, good mate. I enjoyed that.
Well, I say it turned out like it was going to be a good race for the both of yous. You look like you struggled through qualifying yourself, but you came back. Good result in the end. We were kind of puzzled at the strategy that Little Hayes had towards the end. It was only a 5-second time penalty. If you had finished the race, you would have only gained another 5 seconds, but instead you served your penalty by going into the pits and wasting 23 seconds. So we were a bit confused by that strategy. Talk us through why you pitted at the end there.
Well, under the last virtual safety car, I got a bit heavy with the all right foot, and it gave me a drive-through penalty, so I had to take it.
We didn't see that. We didn't see that on our screens, but that was unfortunate. You were on for a really good result there. I mean, seeing you guys 4th and 5th the majority of the race was quite exciting to see, and some of the viewers in chat were also pretty excited to see you guys quite far up the order. If you could change anything... if you could change anything at all of today's race?
Go on, Tom.
Get better at qualifying. I mean, I've been saying this to Ben like all the way through the week, saying I absolutely hate Vietnam. I'm terrible at it, and that was kind of shown during the qualifying. But I think during the race, I kind of found a little bit of a pace, and actually following a couple of the drivers' lines through the race, I kind of knew that all right, I was taking that corner slightly wrong. I could maybe try it differently next time, and I think I managed to get a few tenths by just copying other people. So I think that's where it came into a good thing. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed that. I think 5th is pretty decent for how terrible I thought I was doing.
Well, overall, a good race for both of yous. You didn't get in each other's way. You actually played a bit of a team game going on there, and a great result for Ferrari. And finally some good points on the board for you guys.
Yes, I'm happy about
that. Must be
it's about
nice.
time Tom finished a race.
He's got a point.
Oh, brilliant! But we'll just have to be brief in the interviews. It's almost everyone's wanting one now every week. We'll let you guys away. Fantastic race, great result, and thanks for taking the time to speak to us.
Cheers, Paddy. Cheers, Silly.
Bye.
Nice one, boys. GG.
Catch you later.
See you later.
See you in a bit, boys. So we'll drag up Blaine. Let's see what he has to say about that race. Good evening, Blaine.
Hello.
You've got points. How does it feel?
Disappointing, to be honest. I'd like to take the chance to apologise to my pit crew. To be honest, they did a brilliant job today. We doing my strategy, everything like that. I had my own engineers, told Boxhead and Jish and Links on Discord. They called it, and I just couldn't keep it together. I lost it, got wing damage, and then decided to box for the sauce.
Yeah, you had a great strategy before the race there, and you looked like you was executing it perfectly. But sadly, a couple of indiscretions caused you to have to box again. But still, you finished in the points. You actually finished a race for the first time this season. You've got to be happy with that.
Yeah, I'm happy with the points. Me and Chaz have spoken a little bit. This is our worst track on the calendar. We didn't do any sort of practice or anything. Like, this is the first time we played this track up until this week. So I suppose you can take away that from it.
Yeah, you came back with some points. You can't complain about that too much. China up next. You feeling confident with that?
I'm not gonna lie to you. China's not a strong suit for me. I'm quite fast, but it's not really a strong suit. But everything after China, all the way up until Japan, I'm good with. So we'll see.
Yeah, China, you just got to send it into turn 1 and 2 and 3 there. You've really got to send it, and if you play with racing lines on, don't follow the racing lines. You can get a lot better times by not following that racing line. But I'm really looking forward to China. I don't know about you, Paddy, but it's such an amazing track, and the overtaking possibilities are insane.
Yeah, quite a fan of China myself. It should be a pretty good event. Some pretty good racing to be had. But obviously, we're going to have to keep it really brief with the interviews today, Blaine. We've still got 2 more to go through, and then finally we can log off for the night. But, congratulations on getting some points. Commiserations, it wasn't as many as you're hoping. But, hey, you finished a race, and it was a race you hated, so give yourself some kudos.
Yep, definitely.
All right, dude. Well, thanks very much for taking the time to speak to us. We're going to grab Nexus next, and then on to our driver of the day, Caparaz.
Brilliant. Catch us later.
In a bit, Blaine. Thank you very much.
Later, Blaine.
So let's get...
I've got Nexus here with us right now.
Thanks for joining us, Nexus. So talk us through the race. Not the best start, not the best qualifying, but you've came back and grabbed yourself a solid haul of points.
Yeah, well, the qualifying, I thought that I'm on the first place. No one's gonna get any faster than me, so I'm gonna sit this one out. But it turns out to be 4 people faster than me, I think.
so a bit of overconfidence, was it?
Yeah, I think, and I just wanted to save some tires. Then the race started, great turn 1, but then in the safety car I did a small scratch on the wall while weaving. Silly mistake from me, but then Venom braked too late when the safety car restarted, and he pushed me in the back, and then I crashed into the wall, and then my wing was yellowish at the reverse, and then I think I had some damage that influenced the downforce, but nonetheless I didn't find the amount of race pace needed to catch up with Octopus, so great race from him. And Fade as well.
The Haas boys, absolutely astonishing today. We all knew that he had the pace under him, but today he's actually managed to string it together and deliver some consistent lap times and finish second place behind Octopus. That was unbelievable.
Yeah, indeed, and had a good fight with Blaine too. I love fighting with him because it gives a lot of space in the turns, a lot of respect. Love it.
Very, very fair driver, isn't he?
Yeah, but say we did watch that for a little bit, and it was a very good race between you guys.
Enjoyed it a lot.
Well, I'm glad you did. I said solid haul of points. You got to the end of the race, so yeah, you can't obviously complain about that. China up next. You feeling quite confident with that?
Yeah, turn 1 is where the time is won, I think. Yeah, China is one of my favorite tracks, I think. Turn 1, love it.
Well, that doesn't bode well for the other drivers on the grid, because even without this massive points haul from today, you're still going to be right up there in the championship. So if China's one of your favourite tracks, it sounds like you're going to be pulling out a bit more of a lead.
Oh, is it? Okay. Sounds fun.
What we'll do is we've got one more interview to go. So we'll let you away to relax a bit now, Nexus. Obviously, Hanoi's going to drain you a little bit. And we've got Caparaz, our driver of the day.
Welcome, Caparaz, to the stream.
Yes, good evening, Caparaz.
Hey, what's up?
All good, thank you very much. Driver of the day, and a fantastic effort from yourself. Very clean race from you.
Yeah, I think that I've proven that Williams can stand the top after all. Of course, we had a good race, but there were a few incidents. Stadium had some issues with his front wing and had 2 other incidents. But in my case, I think I've driven very well. After I got disqualified, I told Stadium as well, this is gonna be a endurance race, because I kind of felt like there would be happening a lot during this race, and it actually worked out really well for me.
That was it. Yeah, talk us through about that accident you had in qualifying, because we kind of caught you as you'd bounced off the wall and lost the wheel. Did you just kind of run it a bit wide, cold tires?
Yeah, I started on the mediums, and Stadium was in front of me, and he collided as well. So I kind of got distracted by it somehow, and when I got onto the exit of the turn 2, I kind of lost it because I gave too much power and cold tires indeed. So that was a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, it looked like a nasty one. As we said, we kind of caught it as the accident happened itself, and crashing out of qualifying. Yeah, it can put you off your race, but you've held your own. You put your helmet on and you've went for it, and you've came away with a very good result today.
Yeah, it was a great race, and I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, we go back to race 1 where you got reprimanded for your driving under the safety car being a lap down, and you've just come on race 2. You finished with a point, and now again you finished with more points. Great racing by you, driver of the day as well. How'd you feel about it?
Yeah, it felt great actually. After the incidents at race 1, I realized I had to improve, and I think I did it.
Yeah, you certainly have, yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. You definitely have improved, and it's great to see with a little bit of coaching and a little bit of advice that people take that on board and realise how to drive better, and it actually improves your times. Unbelievable racing today. Very well done.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yep, you're more than welcome, Caparaz. Thanks very much for joining us, and enjoy your driver of the day. And we'll see you in China next week.
See you next week, guys. Have a good one.
You too, buddy.
See you, mate.
So that's us for the interviews this evening. What a fantastic race in Hanoi it was this evening. I'm hoping for more of the same next weekend. We will have the stream up on YouTube in around about 24 hours time. And yeah, we'll be back again for, I believe, practice on Tuesday.
I believe so, yeah. Tuesday is F2 practice, Thursday F1 practice. We'll be back to race live on Twitch on Saturday at 8 p.m, Sunday at 7 p.m. I'm looking forward to China. This championship is becoming very, very open, Paddy.
It is indeed. And who can stop the Haas boys from, steamrolling onwards? We shall see.
We shall indeed, yeah. And I don't think there's anybody out there at the moment that can beat the Haas boys. If they keep doing what they're doing, they are unbeatable, in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll just see what Nexus and, Goblin had a bit of an unlucky run this weekend, but let's see what he can do if he comes back at it in China.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be fascinating.
It is indeed. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for joining us, and we will look forward to seeing you during the week for F2 free practice on the Tuesday.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget, you can subscribe, scroll down, hit the links for the YouTube channel, go and watch those videos there, give them a like, give them a comment, and thank you very much for supporting us in our project here.
Exactly. Thanks you very much, everybody. Big thanks out to Beth Jones for the support, and everyone else who's tuned into the channel this evening to watch what we've produced. And we'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great night, everyone.
Night.
Good night.